Oh, hello, viewer. I'm glad you stopped in. Please mind your language. In case you hadn't realized, Carmichael and I are now in the recreational room. A place that, until now, we haven't spent much time in. But that's okay. Life is about experiences. And since the lack of human skin capsules have left this room feeling untouched, sterile, and serene, entering it is like nudely setting foot into a still forest pond. I enjoy when life hands you these little pleasures. Speaking of pleasure, I suppose it would be thrilling of me to let you in on what Carmichael and I have been up to as of late. The other day, while leisurely watching passers-by, I noticed my lawn had some rather beautiful-looking pine cones scattered about the gentle snow and foliage. I decided to collect them. This was the beginning of my pine cone collection. Each one is special to me. It is also worth noting that as of late, Carmichael and I have been spending extra time working on our musical impulses. Together we have been orchestrating magnificent orchestrations. We play long into the afternoon. Feline and honey whistle enjoy these moments quite a bit. Occasionally their fruit sacs become enlarged. On Tuesday, at 8:30, I was cleaning my excellent mouth cubes when I noticed a strange growth upon my bosom. However, after further research, I discovered that this growth is known as the Squiralius magnimus and is simply a sign that an archaeologist has reached ultimate archaeological magnificence. If only my father, good old Uncle Da, could see me now. I would most likely beat his face and tell him, "You were wrong about me, father." Later on that week, after returning from my day job at the fish market, I noticed a strange little piece of lint in the carpet. I knelt down beside it. I imagined seeing the world through its eyes. I thought about its innocence. I thought about its small, secret, safe existence. Would it feel content, or would it feel left behind? I felt as if for a few moments me and this lint were almost family. This lint probably was there for each of my life's most important moments, and I don't even know its name. So, as I've just explained, life has been eventful. My shifts at the fish market, while cold, have been filled with character-building opportunities. And I am reminded that although my days as a marine biologist were sublime, I have committed myself to making the choice that becoming an archaeologist was the correct choice, and that I was most probably making the decision that would most likely lead to a successful path forward in making better decisions in a life filled with good decisions. Oh yes, Carmichael and I were just having some conversational therapy. We were discussing about Carmichael's past and how odd. Must have been the cats. I will have to have some powerful words with them. You may be wondering what this object is and why I am bemused by it. Well, I am bemused by it because it is a box with the face of a boy on it, and that I am not aware of where it came from. Most likely this boy has aged and perished by this point, as the picture seems to have been taken in the year of our Lord 1902. How it got in my home, I haven't a clue. I simply arrived from an archaeological study one day to find this box sitting on the floor of the kitchen. The nightmare child is out of town, so it wasn't her, and Carmichael, as a young, dashing clergyman, gave me his word. So who? Who may have inserted it in this home of mine? At first I thought that I had gone mad. Had I brought it in myself and lost the memory? I quickly realized that this is a mindless thought, and as I remembered, I am an archaeologist, and the mind believes what the mind believes. Then I thought to myself, could there be foul play at play? I remembered as a child I would often fear that there were vile things within the walls, skinny evil man-beings wishing to do harm to small pudgy-faced boys like myself. Things that wouldn't appreciate the true splendor of science. My father, good old Uncle Da, would warn me not to talk of such things and then give me a nickel. The more I thought back to these childhood fears, the more my paranoia increased, and when this box began showing up in strange places, the disquietude reached such a level of insanity that Carmichael had to bring me to my senses. I am a Davenport after all, and the mind believes what the mind believes. After coming to my sense of mind yet again, I began to inspect this box a little closer. I realized that it is easily opened, but what lay inside? Did I dare look? Carmichael and I argued about this quite a bit. The fear of the unknown. It has always been a struggle with Davenports, going as far back as our grandfather And also, it is what led me to abandon my dreams of becoming a marine biologist. However, recently a new thought has erupted in my mind. Could it be that this is the work of the current archaeology club president, Clarence Blown? Considering the fact that all of our minds are slowly decaying, you may have forgotten that the North Bay Archaeology Club is the finest archaeology club in North Bay. It is also a club from which I am denied access, and if the current president, Clarence Blown, would have his way, the man would have me hanged, for I have been trying to gather the members against his reign. Could this box be of his design? What is to be done, Carmichael? What is to be done? I think it is time, Carmichael, for a Davenport to arise and break the family cycle. Whether what lies in this box is a trap, or a life-changing miracle, I shall face it with aptitude and a hopeful, sharpened heart. Well, Carmichael, if this all goes terribly, always remember, you may have been a manservant, but always remember, in reality, the mind believes what the mind believes.